Hello everyone. I would like to show all of you how to graph using Google Sheets. In case you don't have Microsoft Word and Excel, how would you use Google Sheets to do that? So let me show you there. I have my Google account here, it's open. So I'll go to here and scroll to Google Sheets and I'll just add blank. Yeah, so here. And let's say I have some data points here that I want to use. So I'm going to use this formula here. So I'm on Google Docs here. I just want to show you a formula here from kinematics. So I go insert equation. So let's say you got x final equals to x initial plus v initial t plus let's see here. I want the fraction 1/2, let's see, 1/2 a t to the second power. And let's say v initial is 0 and x initial is 0 and the acceleration is 2. So in that case, we will just have x is equal to, let me go insert again, equation. So we get x, the position as a function of time, is just 1/2 at squared. If the acceleration is 1, I'm sorry, if the acceleration is 2, then 1/2 of the acceleration is 1, and so x is simply equal to t squared. So there is a number 1 in front here, and it's in half of the acceleration, which happens to be 1. So anyway, I have this function. X is quadratic in terms of t. So x is equal to t squared. So let's say I have here, this is time in seconds, and this is the position in meters. All right, and so let's say the time is, you got 1 and then 2 seconds, or let's actually even start at 0. So 0 and then 1 and then 2 and so on. So let me just, if I highlight these and go to the corner here and just drag, it will follow the pattern and just give me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Instead of me typing them one by one, it will just drag them. So here I want x, the position, to be equal to the time squared. In a lab, you have to collect the data. But let's say here we collected the data. Let's say the position initially was 0, and at time t, the position, t equal to 1 second, the position is 1. At t equal to 2 seconds, let's say it was 3.9. At 3 seconds, maybe it was 9.1. At 4 seconds, maybe it was 16. At 5 seconds, maybe it was 25.1. At 6 seconds, maybe it was 35.9. At 7 seconds, maybe it was, I made a large error. Instead of being 49, it's 50. At 8, it's maybe 65. At 9, maybe it's 80. And at 10, maybe it's 99. And at 11, maybe it's 121. All right. I just made up some data. So I want to graph this. So I will just highlight here, left click and highlight, and it is still highlighted. I go to insert, and I want to insert a chart here. And it gives me some options. It will give me some options here. So at first, by default, it will give me this data points connected by a line. You do not want these, okay? Just data points connected by a line, that's meaningless. The line itself is meaningless, all right? We have to have a reason to connect them by a certain function. In this case, we know it's quadratic. So I'm not going to use a line chart. I just want my data points. I do not want a bar graph. I don't want this. I don't want this. I do not want like these. I don't want any of those. I simply want my data points. Okay, let me see. So my data points. I just want data points. Okay, I just want these data points. And if you scroll down, you can configure those data points. Okay, so now here are my data. This is my chart. I'm going to move it a little bit away. And I want to customize the chart here because I need to add a line. So I'm going to say, I will go to here to the series, and it gives me options here for the color of these. Do I want them blue? Do I want them maybe black? Maybe I want them, so let's say I want them black. Do I want a circle? Do I want a triangle? Do I want an X, a star? I mean, circles are fine. How big do I want the size of this circle? Do I want maybe 2? That's a little too tiny. I think 7 px here, the one that gives by default, that's fine. That's good. Now, the important part is, um, now I want to add a line here, a trend line. So I click on trend line. So it will just give a line. Do I have a reason that to expect it to be linear? The answer is no. I expect it to be quadratic. So it should be a second order polynomial or degree 2 polynomial. So it should not be linear. I mean, I can try power and it fits, but what power is it? And do I have a reason that it's some power of x? It's actually a polynomial, so we have to choose polynomial. A polynomial degree 2 fits. I mean, I can use degree 8 and it fits even better. But do I have a reason to fit a degree 8 or a degree 10 polynomial through it? The answer is no. It should be a degree 2 polynomial. That's what the physics tells me. That's what I try to put in here. And when I do that, it says, should we put a label? And yeah, I do want my label. So I want to show the equation that I just plotted here. I want to see this equation. So I will use the equation. And this is the equation. And then, do I want to show the r squared? The answer is yes. The r squared tells you how well is the fit. The closer to 1 it is, the better. So I want to show r squared. R squared says 1, so it fits pretty well. Okay. I can also do, sometimes your instructor wants error bars, meaning that what's the uncertainty in position? So let me put error bars here and show you. So is the position, do you have, every time you measure the position here, let me move this a little bit. It says 1 meter. How certain am I it's 1 meter? Is it 1 meter plus or minus 10 centimeters, maybe 10% error? Maybe it's a fixed error. Maybe my error is not by a percentage. Maybe it's just I'm not certain by up to 1 centimeter. So I'll put here a constant value, and let's say that constant value it's not 10, rather maybe it's a 1 centimeter. So I'm measuring in meters. So maybe it's 0.01. So I put 0.01 here. Let me put 0.01. So that's my error. So it's tiny. It's a tiny amount of error. It's smaller than the size of the dot here. Sometimes you don't have to show the error bars because the uncertainty is so small. So I will just ignore them. So whatever your instructor says, so make sure you follow that. So that's in general what you have to do. And then if I go here now, and I just want to maybe copy this, let me Control C, and I go to here and I want to paste it, Control V. Oh, let me, I pasted something else, my Zoom message. How do I copy it? Let me see here. Chart area. I am sure there is a way to copy it. Edit, maybe copy. Let's see if that gives us a copy of the graph. Paste. Link to spreadsheet, or just paste and linked. I suggest you paste and linked. The reason is so that when you change something in the spreadsheet, it doesn't change here. So let's say you accidentally change the chart in the spreadsheet. Let's say you go here and you delete the chart here. It will automatically get deleted here, and you don't want that but unknowingly deleted. So I would just do this. I will just paste it here. You see the axes are labeled, position in meters, time in seconds, and this is that. That's all I wanted to say about this, all right? And please adhere to these guidelines for plotting, otherwise you will lose points if you connect it by arbitrary line segments and so on, and not showing the equation on the graph. I want to see the equation on the graph. I'd like the axes labeled. I would like to see the data points here. I don't want though to see numbers on here, so just the data points, okay? I would stop here.